Students are settling in as campus life in College Park gets underway for another school year at the University of Maryland. UMD Students for Justice in Palestine and UMD Jewish Voice for Peace planning an event for October 7th to honor the people who have died in Gaza during the Hamas-Israel war. The group securing a permit for McKeldin Mall on the 7th, the same day as Hamas's attack in Israel 1 year ago. When Karen Levin, executive director of the Baltimore Zionist district, heard about the event, she didn't believe it.
It was shocking. I actually thought I was reading it wrong.
Hamas-led militants killed some 1,200 people during the initial attack in Israel, most of them civilians. An estimated 250 hostages were dragged into Gaza that day as well. 6 of those hostages just recovered September 1st, found dead.
October 7th is the deadliest attack on the Jews since the Holocaust 80 years ago.
Fast forward to Sunday. University of Maryland President Darrell Pine sending this letter to the Terps community, announcing the university decided to reverse its decision to allow the event on campus, noting the sensitivity of the date of October 7th and how the day, quote, opens emotional wounds and evokes deeply rooted pain. The university now calling for a day of dialogue, but Levin argues it doesn't go far enough to protect Jewish students on campus, especially 1 year after the initial attack.
So a dialogue on October 7th, that is not what the Jewish students need. They need a time to mourn. They need a time to reflect on what happened on October 7th, 2023, and for that to be taken away from them. That is not a solution.
The Jewish Student Union writing on social media, quote, "We are relieved that SJP will no longer be able to appropriate the suffering of our family and friends to fit their false and dangerous narrative." The Students for Justice in Palestine group pushing back on criticisms of the event, writing on social media, "The accusations against our organization's reservation of McKeldin Mall on October 7th represents the continuation of inherently racist, Islamophobic, and dehumanizing rhetoric surrounding Palestinians throughout the past century."
The charge of Islamophobia is completely false. It's a tactic they use to silence criticism of this type of incitement.
Fern Freed, a board member of the Baltimore Zionist district, says she too wants Palestinian people to be safe. The Palestinian Health Ministry says as of August 15th, more than 40,000 Palestinians have been killed in the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. But Freed argues the groups behind the planned event should not be allowed on campus at all.
Really going to be very counterproductive, and it's not part of what education should be.
Right now, the University of Maryland says only campus-sanctioned events will be allowed on October 7th.
It's a great Band-Aid.
For Levin, that raises more concerns for the days after.
It's great for the 7th, but is it really great for the 7th? Because where does that leave Jewish students? What happens to Jewish students at Hillel? They can now not, once again, remember or have a memorial for the victims of October 7th, for their brothers and sisters on campus. They have to do it in a separate building, and that's sad.
The Students for Justice in Palestine released a statement Monday afternoon following the university's reversal in its decision to allow the event to take place. In response, SJP says they are deeply angered, though not surprised. The group says it requested to hold the event on campus and that request did not violate any policies, vowing to mark the day in a different way. In the studio, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.